Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This week we're going to take a look at some fishing equipment that I picked up at a yard sale in the free pile. So it's a couple of rods and reels, and the reels are kind of stuck, so let's see if we can make them usable again. Here we go. I picked these fishing rods and reels up at the in a free pile at a yard sale today. They're a little rough, but this is pretty disgusting here. Oh boy, that's some kind of grunge on there. The cork handle on this one's about shot. They're really sticky. So the reels are going to have to be taken apart and serviced, and we can do a cleanup job on the rods, I think. Maybe a little repair, but I think we might be able to save them. So let's find out. All right, I think this one's going to need a soak in some PB Blaster. So I think I'm going to put some PB Blaster on there, let it soak overnight, see if we can get it out tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't even have to let it soak overnight. Let it soak for about a minute and it broke right loose. So that's good. There we go. All right. Lay the rods aside for a while and concentrate on the reels, but not tonight. Too many other jobs in the pipeline right now, but we'll definitely come back to it at some point. Here are these two fishing reels that I picked up out of the free pile at a yard sale a few weeks ago. I got them apart, and I've taken them apart as far as I'm going to take them. I have determined that, well, I lubricated them. There were some of the parts that were kind of stuck, and I got them all loose, and I believe they're going to work. I think they seem to work okay. Here's the Zebco 404, and here's the 33 right over here. I watched some videos of how to take these things apart and was able to get this one pretty much all the way down, except I can't get the spool off. And I'm probably doing something wrong, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's not broke, so I'm not going to fix it. What I am going to do is I've lubricated all the parts. They seem to work fine. Both of the reels seem to work. So at this point, I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to clean the parts up real good and reassemble them. With the help of some YouTube videos, I was finally able to understand how to get the spool off. It was really stuck on there hard, and I've cleaned it up a little bit, but I was able to get it off. Man, it was stuck on there. Anyway, I'm now beginning to understand how this thing works. So I haven't really cleaned these parts up yet. It's really kind of neat the way it works. This little thing is it's almost like a drum brake on a car. This is the drag adjustment. So pretty fascinating little device. But at this point, I'm going to clean. I've done a preliminary cleaning on these parts up here. These are the parts that I just was able to get out after finally figuring out how to remove the spool. It was really stuck on there. So I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to clean everything up and go from there. Hopefully at that point we'll be ready to put things back together. Alright, here are the Zebco fishing reels. I've taken them apart as far as I'm going to take them. Cleaned them up as best I could, and polished them up, polished some of the parts up a little bit. This is the 404 over here, and this is the 33. So I think they're ready for reassembly, so let's do that next. This little Dunlap set was given to me by George at You Wanna Watch. Thanks, George. I did a little bit of work on the spool here to try to make it a little easier to get on and off. I used the Dremel on the inside of this inside of the spool here, and it was way too tight. So I got it put back on there. So let's continue with the assembly. Well, anyway, it works. Except I reel the line back into the inside, which I'll have to fix. But it's working. Got both reels working. Went into my tackle box and got a couple of these, and managed to stab myself with a fish hook, but those things happen sometimes, I guess. So now let's see if we can do something with the rods. This is a piece of maple from my backyard that's been drying for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years. And I think I'm going to make a handle for one of the fishing rods where the cork came out. I removed, the cork was pretty well shot, so I decided to make another one, which is probably kind of silly, but hey, it gives me a chance to play on the lathe, and we'll see how it comes out. Who knows? It might look decent. We're going to find out. Well, after some last minute final shaping, I think this actually might work. And it might not look too bad. Still got some final sanding to do. Not quite sure what I'm going to do as far as finish. I am thinking about not staining. I generally when you sand this maple down fine enough, it looks really nice. I might just put an oil finish on it, or maybe just clear coat it and be done with it. I don't know yet. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, I've got it to fit on the handle. At least it's that far. We'll see what comes next. I put a coat of this stuff, Deep Forest, on this part of the handle. I think it looks kind of nice. And I finished the handle, this piece of maple. I put, let's see, a mixture of linseed oil and mineral spirits. Put a couple of coats of that on here and let them soak in good. Then I put, I think, 3 coats of polyacrylic, clear polyacrylic on it. So I don't know how it'll hold up, but hey, it's going to look all right, hopefully. Now I'm going to epoxy it onto the handle here, and we'll see how that goes. Not sure if this epoxy is going to work. The rosin is kind of thick for some reason. I think maybe I've got enough out of it out of there to work. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to have to get some more, order some more, or buy some more. We will see how this works. Hope I got enough out of there to do some good. Looks kind of weird. Normally this stuff is kind of clear. So we will see. Here are the free fishing rods and reels after some servicing and repair and cleanup. So here's the Zebco 404. It works. These were kind of locked up when I got them. Here's the Zebco 33. It's in working condition now. This rod cleaned up pretty nicely. It's a 2-piece rod, and this one cleaned up nicely as well, I believe. I put a coat of I think it's called Deep Forest on this part. Serviced both reels, of course. Got them cleaned up and running, and made the handle here out of maple. So I think they're both quite usable, and maybe ready for action come spring. So there you have it, my friends. I thought it was kind of a nice little cleanup, and I enjoyed doing it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Well, hopefully we were able to make those reels and rods usable again. And I don't fish as much as I used to, but I still manage to get out every now and then. So if I don't use them, I bet I can find someone who will. So thanks for watching the video, and please leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and we will see you next time. Bye now.